jump right on in, don't you? You guys are ready for this, aren't you? Cool. So to let you know, once again, I'm videoing all these classes now and stuff, and up until the point that I'll be leaving. So I'll be gone next month on the 11th, and we should have a good stock of videos by then for you. And you guys have to enjoy. So let's go ahead and start things out just right. Let's go ahead and pull yourself up against that door wall, be wherever you have to be. You're going to bring your heels up against your backside. You're going to allow your shoulders to relax down and back. You're going to lift your chin a little bit above level. If you can bring your eyes up a little bit higher, make them wide and expansive. Literally, use your peripheral vision. Allow your vision to roll, to expand. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, deep down into your belly. And as you breathe out, just allow yourself to smile. Let that smile straight across your face. And notice how everything already begins to change. You can feel that relaxation as it makes its way down your back. You can feel your pelvis scooting down in underneath, coming into that neutral state. As you're feeling all those wonderful things, I want you to go ahead and think about 3 things that you're grateful for. Things that bring a smile to your face, joy to your heart, make everything worthwhile. You're going to take that time. Enjoy that. You gave yourself this time to feel good, didn't you? Gratitude is one of the best ways to do that. And as you're feeling all that gratitude, let's go and bring ourselves over to our mats. We'll dive on in. So fortunately, I checked the video, and it turns out having the lights dimmed down, so it works out absolutely fine. Go ahead and bring those lights down. There we go. You guys taking care of, huh, Jen? We'll put this one on. This is no favor, right? You're going to pull yourself up nice and tall, same way that we were just a moment ago. I want you to go ahead and stack all your body parts one on top of another. So basically, you starting out, you've got your knees right above your ankles, your hips right above your knees, your shoulders right above those hips, your ears right above those shoulders. One thing stacked right on top of another. You're actually working with gravity at this point, rather than having to fight it. Things just become easier. Being in this position now, I want you to go ahead and focus right here, right on the front of your throat, and using that as your axis point, let's go ahead and start bringing our heads forward and back. Nice and easy, just allowing that movement, not forcing it. This class, we'll call it a class, this is actually life, right? Every moment that you're in existence is life. Treat it as such, please. You're going to bring your head straight on up, keeping your chin slightly elevated. Once again, that axis point at the throat. Go ahead and bring yourselves to one side and the next. I was thinking about that the other day. Isn't it interesting how we separate so much of our day? Well, this is exercise. This is work. Oh, okay, I get a little bit of relaxation here. Well, actually, bring your head straight on up. We'll bring it on forward. Bring it around to one side. Give yourself all kinds of relaxation as you allow that head to continue around. Nice and easy. And at the same time, just relaxing, being curious. How do I feel right here, right now? Not yesterday, not when you woke up, a week ago, a month ago, a decade ago when you twisted that ankle, that knee, but how you feel right here, right now. Let's go in reverse directions. Becoming more and more aware of how your body feels in this moment. Mind your emotions. Same time, bring all your attention once again to that breath. Bring your head straight on up. Allow those hands to rise up to either side. You're going to go ahead and bring your fingertips into the palms, your thumbs on up. Your elbows are going to rotate in underneath with your shoulder blades coming down and back into the rib cage. Then you begin to rotate up, back, and around. And as you're doing so, I want those hands to come apart from each other. Literally, you're extending out to the sides, and by doing so, you open up those shoulders. You allow things to reset, to realign easily and naturally. We're always under so much tension. Everything's so tight. You're supposed to be able to do anything when you feel that way. When you allow yourself to relax, like you can right now. That's how things become easier. Don't even put any effort into it. Just simply allow it to happen. You can allow those hands to come drifting all the way down to your sides, keeping those shoulder blades down and back, chin on up. Let those hands rise directly up in front of your chest. Intertwine those fingers and begin to intertwining, unwinding, rolling those wrists, filling it through those fingers, palms, forearms, elbows, triceps. It just goes on and on, doesn't it? Everything's all interconnected. The more that you can relax those hands, those wrists right now, don't force it around. Gotta get that freedom, gotta get that stretch. Freedom comes actually from allowing. Hand right now, just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, deep down into your belly. And as you breathe out, reverse directions and allow things to go even smoother, even easier. Things change. Knowing that all the flexibility that you give yourself in one way adds up, contributes in others. Let's go ahead and begin waving through those arms. Bring it up one side. Letting those elbows and rise on up, stretching, letting that energy come back down through your very soles. Back on up. Just continuing on through. Once again, just allow that to happen. If you like, you can go ahead and try and force the issue. Go ahead. Stretch on up. We know how that feels. It feels good. It has its time and its place. And at the same time, what happens when you just allow that movement to happen? Let's go in reverse directions. Practice more of that. Marrying that breathing is such an integral part. Breathing in through your nose, deep down into your stomach, creates the automatic relaxation. It's been documented for decades, centuries, right? We're going to bring our thumbs, pinkies together. We're going to bring the thumbs directly into the sternum, keeping those knuckles up to the ceiling. Extend straight on out, opening up those shoulders. Go ahead and bring your weight back onto your heels. Complain about our knees being sore, hips being sore, back being sore, neck being sore, right? We all get it. We all do. At the same time, if we're always falling on our nose, always leaning forward while we're loading those body parts, we're enacting those body parts, activating them. Give yourself a break. Let those palms extend out in front of you. Notice you can play with your balance. Bring your weight back a little bit more if you choose to. Find that place where things are just right at that feel-good place. Things are easy. You open up naturally. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, let those hands rise on up above. Take a moment here, reset those shoulders. Then go ahead and allow yourself to grow. Just come up to a point where you feel comfortable. Once again, don't force it. Just go easy on yourself. And then take a nice deep breath in. And as you do, find yourself expanding. Find yourself lifting all on your own. And as you breathe out, notice all the tension that you're releasing, then you can rise even higher. No effort. Simply allowing yourself to go through the emotions. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, let your head relax down and back. Take that weight off your shoulders. 10 to 12 pounds, huh? Isn't that crazy? I mean, I usually throw an 11-pounder if I go below. If I throw a 12 or heavier, I get tired. You know, that's a lot of weight. Throwing that around, carrying that around. Our heads are 10 to 12 pounds. Well, let that head back up on your shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Let those hands come floating all the way down to your sides. Bring yourself down onto our mats on all fours. Hands and knees nice and wide apart, literally. We're looking to open up space in those shoulders and those hips. Give yourself room to move. Give yourself space to be able to let things realign, readjust, literally. So take a moment here and just be curious. How do I feel right now? Once again, take inventory. Be mindful. Listen to yourself. What places are you ready to feel better right here, right now? In what ways are you ready to make changes? It's a good thing to know that you have that, don't you? Let's go ahead and let those shoulders begin coming up towards our ears. We're rolling up. Bring them back, down, and forward. And continue. Once Once again, if you like, just go ahead and continue to move your body in whatever direction that you see fit. Let things settle in. This is all about you. I'm definitely giving you a path, a direction to go in, and at the same time, I want you, I need you to listen to you. We are not the same people. Let's go in reverse directions. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. At the same time, I don't have time to go around and assess exactly what you need. Nobody does. We all have our own lives, right? Nobody has time to babysit us, take care of us. We're all adults here. Listen to yourself, please. Let's go bring our hands directly underneath the shoulders. Let's begin rocking forward and back. I don't say that in a critical way. Not at all. I'm actually giving you a tremendous amount of freedom by doing that. By acknowledging and knowing that you're the one that gets to take care of yourself. No matter what's going on in your life, we all need help here and there. And at the same time, if you're not willing to be mindful about what you're doing, what you're experiencing, and discovering that you can make subtle, tiny little changes to make the biggest difference. Even now, as you're moving forward and back, I want you to go ahead and turn your feet, bring your feet in a little bit closer together. And as you do, I want you to notice what changes in that stretch, in that movement. Do things loosen up? Do things get a little bit tighter? Now go ahead and move your feet apart from each other, continuing to that motion, and notice what happens now. Simple little shifts can make tremendous difference. Let's go ahead and begin rotating around in a circle with your body. Imagine you're a cat. I mean, any color, long hair, short hair. Imagine you're inside a barrel and you're just reaching out with your body. Expanding, lengthening, finding things becoming easier and easier. And once again, allow that movement, because obviously it's nice to be able to get that stretch in. What happens when you just breathe through that and allow your body to rise, to move, to rotate, reverse directions? Using that way of thinking. Noticing that by starting off in that way, that things just become easier, easier. You're going to bring your weight back onto your heels. You're going to rotate your hands around so that the fingers point back towards you. And bring your weight down onto those palms, just enough to where things feel right. And you go ahead and move in any direction that you choose. Lots of choice in here. Lots of choice. It all comes down to that mindfulness, doesn't it? Being aware of who you are, how you feel, what you need to do. Where's your strengths? Where's your weaknesses? Where do you have freedom? Where do you have tensions? Where are you ready to open yourself up? Now even here you can discover that by just allowing that movement to happen, things get easier. Go ahead and notice a place where things feel tight. Any place where things feel tight, I want you to go ahead and literally breathe into it, and as you breathe out, release the tension there. And enjoy all of that. Go ahead and rock back onto our knees. We're going to go ahead and flip our hands over to their back sides. Bring just enough weight where you can roll through, make movements in any way you see fit. Same time, knowing the flexibility, it doesn't come from always moving in one direction. As a matter of fact, the more that you can open yourself up in all directions, the easier things become. It's like bending forward at the waist. My back is so loose, and then meanwhile you can't go anywhere in the other direction. Let's go ahead and bring your hands back onto, bring yourself back onto all fours, hands directly underneath the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in as you breathe out. Allow yourself to rise on up in the cat position. Now don't force it, just stop where you stop. Stop where you stop, where your body naturally stops. Once you're there, breathe in through your nose, down deep in your belly, into your mid-back, shoulders. Find yourself rising naturally. No effort at all. Isn't that cool? You just think you had to work. Give yourself that space. Turns out all you got to do is breathe. Something you do every moment of your life. Go ahead again. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Find yourself rising higher and higher. More and more freedom. And as you breathe out, release all the tensions.
toxins, worries and concerns, you find yourself rising even more. No effort, no pressure, just simply enjoying, allowing that to happen. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's bring yourself down into cow position. So go ahead, arch your hips on back, chin on up. Once you're there, pull your head away from your tailbone so you actually lengthen your spine. You're not just collapsing into this position. Go ahead, lift your chin on up a little bit higher. Your eyes are open, even if they're closed. Go ahead and raise your eyes as high as you can, and then make your vision wide and expansive. Literally, even if your eyes are closed, lift them up as high as you can. I'm sorry, it makes me smile, it makes me laugh. Things just seem lighter, don't they? Things seem brighter. Things seem easier. You know, you can do this in the middle of your day whenever you find yourself feeling tense or just want to feel good. Let those eyes rise. Expand your vision. See what's in this world around you. Well, the beauty. We live in paradise, right? We literally live in paradise. How lucky are we? But breathe in. As you do, let yourself rise back on up into cat position. You know the deal. You get to that point where things just stop. You know there's so much more to go. You look forward to that. Breathe on and let yourself rise even more. Let yourself feel even better. Let yourself extend. And then let your head hang all the way down. Literally hand that head over to gravity. Give it over. It's all right. It'll give it back. Be gentle. And as you do so, feel your spine lengthening. 10 to 12 pounds, right? A bowling ball. Gravity's pulling it down towards the ground, easily and gently for you, lengthening your entire spine. Creating space in between each and every vertebrae. Literally, feel that for yourself now. Breathe in, find yourself rising. Feel that space that you're creating, that you're enjoying. Not forcing it, you're creating it. Nice breath in. As you breathe out, bring yourself down into that cow position. Arch your hips, chin on up. Pull your head away from your tailbone. Lift your chin a little bit higher. Eyes up wide and expansive. Breathe. You can reach out with your hips if you like, your ribs. Once again, this isn't a hard, steadfast deal here. It's about you. Listen to yourself. What feels right for you? But breathe in. As you do so, go ahead and bring yourself back into a neutral position. We're going to bring ourselves over onto our backs, the Fritzer. So, what we're going to do, you're going to extend your right leg out, nice, long, and lean. You're going to bring your left foot up towards the bottom. You're going to push down into the floor with your left foot, which brings your pelvis underneath. So we're looking to scoop that pelvis in underneath, which brings your lower back to the floor, taking a lot of tension out of that. And then you can roll off to one side, get that shoulder blade underneath your back, roll off to the other side, other shoulder blade comes in underneath. You can extend that right leg a little bit longer if you choose to. Bring your hands down by your hips. Let your left knee float in towards your chest. Your hands come down, up and behind that knee. Grabbing it lovingly, tenderly, securingly. And then once you have that, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax. Literally. Relax. Let go. As much as you possibly can. Breathe in through your nose, deep down into your stomach. I want you to imagine a ball or balloon nestled right there in your stomach, down in your pelvis. Be any color. Notice what color it is, by the way. You can even have a little massage knobs on it or not. As you breathe in, you can feel that expanding. Massaging you from the inside out in all the best possible ways. And as you breathe out, just things loosen, things let go. I want you to relax your hips. Allow yourself just to melt down into your mat. Our bodies are 60% water. 60% water. That's a lot of fluidity that you have. Literally. Let your hips literally melt down into the mat. Your lower back. Enjoy that. Your shoulders. Your neck. Your head, your face. You're going to bring your attention right there between your eyebrows. I want you to go inside. Good.
Relax your sinuses. Take a nice, wonderful breath in. Notice how easy that could be. Enjoying all that relaxation you create. Go ahead and extend your left foot a little bit longer so you feel a stretch to the top of your shin, to your ankle, top of your foot. Give yourself some more flexibility. Once you got that relaxed, keep all that flexibility that you gave yourself. How cool is that? It's there waiting for you this entire time. I want you to imagine a perfect circle in front of that foot. Go ahead and tie your big toe to the outside of that circle. And that circle begins to rotate around your circle. And that foot does too. And allow that foot just to start rolling around. Slowly, easily, naturally, getting that full flexibility, that full range of motion. And for the same reason that your heart beats, the same reason that your lungs pump, the same reason that all the millions of processes are happening inside of your body in this very moment, without you having to even think about it. Literally, think about that. All those things that you don't have to think about. Ensure that you're here. You get to have a wonderful life. So you're in reverse directions with that foot. Sure as all those things are happening, that circle just gets bigger and bigger. You don't even have to, once again, you're not forcing it, you're just simply allowing that motion to happen. You're allowing that flexibility to show itself now. Feel that way right now. It's going to bring that left foot on down to your bottom. Your right foot comes on to your bottom. Left foot extends out long and lean. Push your right foot down into the floor. Scooping your pelvis in underneath. Your lower back comes to the floor. You roll off to one side, get that shoulder underneath. Off to the other side, get that shoulder underneath. Your hands come down by your hips. Your knee comes floating in towards your chest. You reach up and around. Once again, lovingly, securely. Once you got that, relax. Nice. Let go. Enjoy that. Breathe in through your nose, deep down into your stomach. Relax your hips. Lower back. Shoulders, your neck, your head, your face. Go inside. Imagine a calm body of water. Wonderful reflections you can see. Reflections of things that bring a smile to your face, joy to your heart. Imagine dropping a pebble right in the middle of that. Feel those ripples extend all the way through your body, all the way through your mind. Find yourself sinking that much deeper into comfort, relaxation. Go ahead and extend that right foot up as long as you want. Feel that stretch of your shin, top of your foot. Relax. Keep all that flexibility. Keep all that extension. Isn't that cool? So easy. Just there waiting for you to call it out, bring it out. Show yourself what you're capable of. How flexible you can be. Imagine that perfect circle. Any color. You may have any texture as well. Hit your big toe up to the outside. That, you go for that ride. That thing just begin to rotate around and around. That foot, a wonderful foot that's carried you for miles, miles and miles, through so much of life. Consider all the wonderful things that you've been through because of that foot. I have my gratitude, something to be grateful for. Let it relax, give it a break. Let it do what it needs to do. Relax your hips. Lower back. Shoulders. Neck. Head, your face. Go inside. Drop that pebble. Reverse directions with that foot. Let those ripples emanate out. Feel that calmness. Things become clear. Things settle. You settle. Become more and more comfortable. Relax. Let that right foot come on down to your bottom. Bring your left foot on up towards your bottom and scoop your pelvis in underneath. You can bring your lower back to the floor. Your hands extend out to either side, and then let your knees drop off to either side into frog's pose. Once you're there, go ahead and scoop your pelvis in underneath once again. Bring your lower back closer to the floor. Let your hips relax. Let yourself open right on up. Big part of this class is about that pelvis. About letting it be free. Letting it move in all the directions that it's supposed to. Let it be neutral in its natural state. Wow, that's a phrase right there. That's something to consider. Neutral in its natural state. Wouldn't it be nice to feel that way? Like your pelvis, your hips, like your body, like about life. Not neutral to the sense where you don't care what things just happen, but where you can be more open-minded. Experience more freedom in your life. Every one of us here, we all got a few years on us. We all got some life behind us. We can all find the places where we didn't allow ourselves that freedom. Or we weren't willing to open ourselves up. It's funny that the number one thing people say that they regret in their last moments, regretting not to do the things that they wanted to do. Regretting not to live life the way that they were meant to. Be free the way they were meant to. Freedom comes from being able to look in all different directions, see from many different perspectives, not being stuck. And as you find yourself becoming freer and freer right now, feeling that pelvis loosen up, go ahead and move side to side if you like to. Allow those hips to relax. When we don't feel free, we cover our vitals, we hide ourselves. Our shoulders roll forward, our hands come in from the front, we hold things in front of ourselves. The vitals are private, we got to protect ourselves. If you don't feel free, well, man. The wonderful thing is that when you choose to relax and open yourself up like you are right now, you're not only changing yourself on a physical level, but an emotional level as well. Breathe in deep down into your belly. Feel it expand, and as you breathe out, allow yourself to relax a little bit more. Feel a little bit better. You're going to let your left knee rise on up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to let it continue on over to your right knee. So that left knee comes over to your right side. After there, take a nice breath in, breathe out, relax, let go wherever you need to. Let yourself settle in. Remember, you don't have to just lie there. You can move, you can do whatever you choose. Listen to yourself. Be mindful of yourself. If you're ready to, you can pull your knees down away from your head. Literally straighten your body, your torso between your head and your knees. And then you're going to activate your left glute, bring your pelvis over towards your right hand. You turn your gaze over towards your left hand. Your feet come back towards your left hand. Imagine yourself just leaping up in the air, just extend. Breathe. Relax. Let go. Settle in any way that you need to. Things will change in their own rate, their own speed, their own time. Things don't always happen at once. A lot of interconnected parts. A lot of different things have to make changes to be able to attain that. Be willing for them to take their time, not expect everything right overnight, right in that moment. And actually enjoy every little bit of that. Just go ahead and bring your left knee on up towards the ceiling. Let yourself open back up into frog pose, and then your right knee comes on up towards the ceiling. Comes on over to that left knee on your left-hand side. Take a moment, settle on in. Yeah. Breathe wherever you need to. Find wherever you find tension. Find wherever you find. Find the center of that. Maybe imagine dropping a pebble into it, like to that lake. Feel those ripples emanate out. Imagine them being warm, healing, vibrating, whatever it needs to be. As they emanate out from that focal point, things relax, they release, they let go. You release, you relax, you let go. All that fluidity that you are. Simply allows yourself just to sink a little bit deeper into that comfort. Let your right knee come on up towards the ceiling, open up into frog. Left knee comes on up, bring it over to that right side. I want you to continue back and forth at your own rate and speed. Take as much time as you choose to. You can just simply lie there if you like. Find a position that you're ready to open up. Find a place where you're ready to give yourself more freedom. Spend a little bit more time there. It's up to you. And at the same time, if you choose to open your body up a little bit more, put your knees down away from your head a little bit more, turn your gaze to that opposing hand a little bit more. Give yourself that much more flexibility, that much more wellness. You're cleansing, purifying yourself in so many different ways. Bringing your body out. Imagine a wet towel, crystal white, clean. You wringing out the last bit of that moisture out of it. Making things to be fresh. Go ahead and bring both of your knees on up to the ceiling. Bring your hands down by your hips. Go ahead and let both knees come in towards your chest. Wrap your hands up and around. Give yourself a big old hug. You deserve it. You can roll side to side. You can roll your feet around. Give yourself that flexibility in your ankles. Just enjoy all of that. Enjoy feeling good in all the best possible ways. Let's go ahead and reach your hands in between your knees. You're going to reach down, grab the outside of your feet, pull yourself back into happy baby. Being here, you can pull your body in any direction you choose to. Go in any direction you choose to. Intention time, why are you here? Literally, why are you here? We all have our own reasons. We all have our own goals, our own beliefs. Are you here to get healthier? Are you here to take an exercise class? Are you here to live life? It doesn't matter how we separate things up. It's all still life, isn't it? Every precious moment is life. This is life right here. And you choose to live life the best that you can. To be as happy as you can. What can you do right now to be able to do that for yourself? And as you think about that, what way does your body start moving? What directions does it start reaching? Just choosing to relax. Don't force it. Be curious. What happens when I choose to have this in my life? When I choose to have health, happiness, joy, love? What is important to you? Our body responds in kind. That mind-body connection, right? Let's go ahead and bring both of those feet on down to our bottom. Go ahead and extend your left leg out nice on the knee, keeping that left foot in. Go ahead and push your left foot into the floor, scooping your pelvis in underneath in that neutral state. Lower back to the floor, roll off to one side, shoulder underneath, up to the other side, another shoulder underneath. Take a nice deep breath in, relax for a moment. Use your imagination. Imagination, the most powerful thing that we have. Literally, it is. Not a dang thing in this world has been created without it. Wow. Talk about efficacy on that, huh? Nothing that you can't imagine. I want you to imagine a beautiful lake right down there below you. You're up on a dock, a rock, whatever it may be, and the water is just crystal clear. Calm. Not a ripple in it. The reflections of the blue skies and clouds. And everything show up in your vision. Anything that allows you to feel good in this moment. I want you to go ahead and reach that right foot down a little bit further, and I want you to slowly bring it over to your left hand. Imagine yourself sweeping that foot just across the surface of that water. That left foot all the way over, and you're seeing those ripples emanate out. Feel those ripples emanate out, emanating all the way through you. Relax, let go. That relaxation that I keep talking about, it's the most precious gift you can give yourself. To be able to relax in any situation. To be flexible in any position. To be able to let go of the tension, the fear. Just simply be present. Nobody worried about dying at this moment, right? Nobody's going to break in, start shooting. There's no horrible atrocity that's going to happen. This is actually a wonderful place to be. A place where you don't have to worry about anything. A place where you can let all of that go. You chose this time for your freedom. I hope you did. Freedom in your body, freedom in your mind, freedom in your emotions. Allow yourself to receive that, to have that. Gift it to yourself. Wrap it up in a nice box, bow, put a card on it, flowers, it's up to you. Make it as beautiful as you want. Extend that right leg a little bit further and then let it slowly come back down to reach once again. That foot come out up to your bottom. You extend your left foot nice, long, and lean. The water's still there below you. You slowly bring that left foot over to your right hand. Raising that surface once again. Those good ripples out. Those good feelings. Breathe. When I say let it out, I mean that literally. If you find you breathe a little stronger, the sound, it doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, it does matter. Because it turns out you're listening to yourself. Not listening to the thoughts in your head. What happens if someone hears me? My God. What do they think? Well, there goes that freedom. You just threw that out the door. Back in here. Place for you to feel good. Have a choice. You can choose to extend that leg a little bit longer. And slide on down through it. Reaching for that water. Let that foot come on up to your bottom. You're ready to extend your right leg. Go ahead and continue at your own rate and speed. Your own rate and speed. You can actually see that vision. Coming clear and clear. More than you can just lose yourself in this moment. The easier everything becomes. It's funny. I used to go through this motion and I talk about all the different body parts. How we shift it this way and that. Take some time, breathe here and there, stop, do, which is a good thing. Brought awareness to what's going on. Wonderful thing is, though, is that you get to have this wonderful use of your imagination. You get all that, and things actually work even easier. You're not thinking about the little things. Think about the things that bring a smile to your face. You're going to bring both of those feet on up to your bottom. You're going to once again let the knees come on in toward your chest. Reach down, up and around. Give yourself another big hug. 1, 2. Do that a bunch of you like. Roll side to side, and you feel how much freer that back feels, how much things are opening up where you can roll those feet around. You can let a smile come across your face. Breathe a little bit easier. You go ahead, rock back and forth. Bring your knees, your feet up over your head if you choose to. Instead, attention time, why time, why you're here. Maybe you don't need to do this. Maybe there's something else that allows you to get so much more benefit that you choose to do that. And at the same time, maybe you're just curious about how flexible can I be? Where does flexibility actually add value in my life? Where do I want to feel more flexible in my life? Physically, mentally, emotionally, doesn't matter. And as you're curious about that, allow your body to do whatever it chooses to do. Allow your mind to do whatever it chooses to do. Don't question, don't negate. God, what a death that is, huh? How many people kill themselves, lose their lives decades before they actually do, because they choose to negate life instead of living it. See what shows up. Getting curious about what can happen. How good they can feel by exploring other possibilities. You can all be your own explorers. I want you to help discover those truths for yourself. So begin rolling slowly forward and back. Relaxing that spine, easing things out there. Rolling all the way up into a sitting position. Take a moment here, get a nice breath in. When you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself all the way on up. Grab yourself a drink of water. Move into the next piece. Make sure to add to that fluidity. Lots of water. In here, on, way. It's really interesting when you think about it, right? 60% water. Man, we're literally just floating around. And when you consider all that fluid that you are, it actually makes all these stretches, all these movements that much easier. You're going to bring your chair in front of you. You're going to go ahead and just bring your right foot forward. Your left knee is going to come back in behind. Now once again, we're stacking all the body parts. We're working with gravity rather than against it. So we're going to have our hip directly above the knee, our shoulder's going to be directly above that hip, our ear directly above that shoulder. All the main body parts are one on top of another. Go ahead and lift your chin on up a little bit higher, eyes nice, wide, expansive. And take a nice deep breath in as you breathe out. Just allow yourself to smile, literally smile. We all got our mouths on, damn it. And go ahead and smile. Notice how things shift, things change. Relax, release. Go ahead and bring yourself on up into a triangle position with those legs. Keeping an arch in your back, your chin on up, smile on your face, please. Just go ahead and try to play with it. Let that chair slide on forward. Bring that chest down in between those shoulders. Once you're there, you go ahead and pull your right hip back away from the chair. Left hip comes towards the chair, so you get that rotation in your pelvis. And those hips, bring things up. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, let yourself settle a little bit deeper. Let that hip motion continue on through. Let that rotation continue on around. Stability, strength actually comes from flexibility. The tallest skyscrapers actually have an amazing amount of flexibility. They sway with the wind. Can you imagine that? The tallest buildings in the world, being up on top of that, and knowing that you're swinging back and forth.
And that's actually the safest thing to be able to do in that state. Same with the body. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, release the back of the chair. Let your left foot slide back. Coming down into runner stretch. Your chest comes in between those shoulders. Chin on up, eyes up even higher. Literally, our body follows our eyes. So go ahead and try this for a moment. Look down and notice how flexible it can be. How much does your body want to open up? Literally, how much does your body want to open up? Now go ahead and bring your eyes all the way up as high as you can. Make them wide and expansive. Notice how much easier things become. Want to make it better? Even simpler, smile. Nice breath in through your nose, breathe out, smile. And just relax. Things get better. Let's go ahead and reset that left shoulder a little bit deeper into the back leg, and then your left hip is going to come in underneath, so you're looking over your right knee, getting into that twist. Getting into that IT bend through your ribs, your hip, thigh, knee down to your very soul. Let yourself just drop on in. Let yourself bring yourself on out. Once again, listen to yourself also. Modify. Do whatever feels right for you. We all have our own bodies. So go ahead and bring yourself back in a runner stretch. Then we're going to straighten out that right leg. Keeping your back up. Rotate off to your left-hand side. Once you're there, you can lock those knees out. And you can let your chest just drop down in between your legs. Once again, head that head over to gravity. Give it over. It's all right. It won't go anywhere with it. It's just going to help you out. Relax that head. Feel that length as it occurs all the way down to your spine. Feel all those wonderful changes that you're getting to experience right now. We're going to put a slight bend in our knees. We're going to bring our hands up to our hips, leading with your chin. Bring yourself all the way up to a standing position. You're going to slightly turn your feet outwards, and then you're going to let your pelvis continue in underneath, and let your shoulder drop back, chin on up, smile. Let that pelvis come into that neutral state. Shoulder blades dropping back, opening up. Bring yourself all the way back to a standing position. Go ahead and walk those feet on in together. Wonderful. Let's go back in behind our chair. We're going to have that left foot forward this time. Right knee back and behind. Once again, we're stacking. We're going to have those hips over that knee, shoulders over those hips, ears over those shoulders, chin on up, and smile. Bring yourself on up into a triangle position. Keeping your arch in your back, chin on up, smile on your face. That chair just slides on forward. Your chest comes down in between those shoulders. Once you're there, you can let that left hip pull away from the back of the chair. Right hip comes on in. Give yourself that flexibility. Give yourself that stability, that strength. It's good, doesn't it? To know that you can move in a multitude of directions to be able to take care of yourself. Feel safer, more at ease, more comfortable. You can handle the uneven terrain. You find that you have balance in all different kinds of situations. Take a nice breath in. As you breathe out, release the back of the chair. Right foot slides on back. Bring yourself back down in that runner stretch. Your chest coming in through the shoulders. Chin on up, eyes wide and expansive. Use all that peripheral vision. Quickest, easiest way to get yourself out of the stress. Quickest, easiest way to get yourself out of a stress state. Expand your vision. Literally, your full peripheral vision. See everything to the left, the right, up, down. Whenever we become stressed, we go into fight or flight. Our very vision becomes narrow and fixated. Literally. To make sure that we keep an eye on the danger. Keep ourselves safe. Not in danger. Expand your vision and let yourself feel good. Let your right shoulder come into that back line. Then we're going to let that right hip come in underneath, looking over that left knee. Once again, getting into that twist, into that IT band, to the ribs. Hip, thigh, knee. Bring yourself out. Let yourself ring true. Doesn't that sound great?
Bells was always my favorite part of the holidays. I just love that song. There's something about it. You know, the songs that just make you feel right. You just feel good. Just go ahead and bring yourself back in a runner stretch. And then you're going to extend that left leg, straighten it out. Rotate off to your right hand side. Go ahead and lock those knees on out. Nice breath in. As you breathe out, let your chest drop all the way down to roll again. Hand that head over. Taking good care of it so far, husband. No one's dropped it yet. Don't let it thump. You're going to take that right hand, bring it over to your left foot. Open up those right ribs. So much more. You take your left hand, bring it over to your right foot. Breathe. Stand. Open up. Relax. Let go. Find the words that make the best sense for you. We all have our own words, don't we? Our own thoughts, our own visions. Let yourself come back to a neutral position. Open your mind up for anything. Open your body up for all those wonderful things that you... Go ahead and bring it, bending your knees, hands on up to your hips. Beneath your chin, bring yourself all the way up to a staying position. Turn those feet slightly outwards. Let that pelvis continue under. Shoulder on back, chin on up. Smile. Let all those pieces settle on in. Bring yourself back to a staying position. Walk those feet on in. Grab a drink of water. And move into yoga. Let's go dive on in. So, time-wise, let's go ahead and bring yourself down. Work yourself down into downward dog. Once you're here, go ahead and start reaching out those hips, those ribs. You can march it on out. Whatever feels right for you. So you get some energy into the body, a little bit more flexibility. Find yourself in different positions. Once you imagine balloons tied to your tailbone, literally. Big weather balloon blips tied to your tailbone and lifts you up nice and high. Feel yourself rising up onto your toes. Or anything that feels right for you, feeling lighter and lighter. I want you to bring your hands in a little bit closer together. So basically they're going to be shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit closer. You're going to bring yourself forward into plank position. You're going to rotate those elbows in. Ride those elbows down. Literally, your chest comes down onto those elbows. Drop yourself down. Once you're here, bring your hands right down there about chi-chi level. And then you're going to go ahead and push down and back so that your shoulder blades drop down towards your lower back. Having that rise on up into cobra. Wonderful. Find yourself extending your head, pulls away from your tailbone. You can turn your knees slightly outward if you like. Opening up through that pelvis, through that abdomen. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and turn your gaze up to your right hand side. Over to your left. Let's bring it forward. Let's bring it all the way on up. Feel that stretch through your neck, through your chest, all the way down that front line. Let yourself relax easily, naturally down, all the way back down. Go ahead and reset. You're going to activate your core. Press your hands down and back. Bring yourself back on up in a downward dog. Once you're there, again, you can march on out, reach out any way you choose. Imagine those balloons getting even bigger. You feel even lighter. You bring those hands a little bit closer together if you need to. You're going to come forward into that plank position, rotate those elbows in. You ride them all the way down.
Stop on the ground, push down, and let those shoulders drop. Rise on up into cobra. Pull your head away from your tailbone, lengthen. Breathe. Bring your gaze off to your right hand side. Over to your left. Forward all the way on up. Lengthen. Find yourself able to breathe easier, to speak freer, clear. Relax yourself down, all the way down. Nice and easy, reset. Go ahead, push down and back, rising on up in a downward dog. Fantastic. Let's continue on. You're going to bring your right foot up by your right hand. Left foot rotates. Your right hip comes in underneath, supporting you. Reaching back, you activate your core and you rise on up into Warrior One. Now once you're here, you're going to push your feet down and out. Literally, lock your feet down and out into the floor. That's going to activate into those hips, into those thighs. It's going to give you that stability, that balance. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and bring yourself all the way back down into Cobra. Ride those elbows. Drop those shoulders. Rise on up into Cobra. Bring yourself down. Reset. Activate your core. Push down and back. Rising on up. We're going to bring our left foot up to our left hand. Our right foot rotates out to the side. Our left hip comes in underneath. Hands back. Activate your core. Rise on up into Warrior One. Once again, press your feet down and out. Down and out. Lock yourself into that floor. Feel that stability, that strength you give yourself. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and continue. Bring your hands down. Bring those elbows in. Ride them down to the ground. Drop those shoulders. Rise on up into Cobra. Bring yourself back down. Reset. Activate. Rise on up into Downward Dog. Bring that right foot back up to the right hand. Left foot rotates. Right hip comes in underneath. Reach back. Activate your core. Rise on up to Warrior One. Lock yourself in. There you go. We're going to move into Warrior Two. Keeping all that stability. Flip that front hand. We're going to bring it back into reverse warrior. Once you're there, relax that right shoulder down and back. Let it go. You have all that support, the stability down below. You can relax up top. Let's bring that right elbow onto our right thigh. You're going to pull your head away from your left foot, your shoulder. You want to extend your body. We're looking to open things up. Reach that left hand on up. Imagine a whole bunch of balloons. And they're just pulling you higher and higher. Find yourself opening up more and more, easier and easier. Let's let that right hand come down to the ground. And let that left shoulder roll back, hip roll back, knee out. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, that left hand comes up, over, and forward. Left hand, left foot pulling apart from each other. Activate your core, bring yourself back into Warrior Two. Let's go ahead and ride all the way through. Bring those elbows in, ride them down, drop your hands, shoulders, rise on up into Cobra. Find that length, that extension. Bring yourself down, reset, activate, press down and back, rise on up into Downward Dog. Left foot comes forward to left hand, right foot rotates, left hip on in, hands back. Lock yourself in, activate your core, rise on up. Oh, lock, good. Bring yourself into Warrior Two. Flip that front hand, bring it back into reverse. Left shoulder relaxing down and back. Then we're going to go ahead and bring that left elbow down to the left thigh. Right hand reaches on up. Head pulling apart away from that foot, that shoulder. Your hands grabbing the balloons, you rise. You lift easier and easier. Left hand comes down to the ground. You roll that shoulder, that hip out. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, that right hand comes up, over, and forward. Activate your core. Bring yourself back into Warrior Two. We're going to straighten that front leg. Come on up and out of it. Wonderful. Go ahead and grab a quick drink. We'll grab our maces. Slow, steady. Lock it in.
when having your maces, whatever it is that you're using at this time, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, just out. We're all good. All right, we're going to get into gluteal contractions here real quick. A big part of what we're doing in here, a huge part, is actually getting that pelvis into the neutral position. So much of life, right? Sitting. Boom. As soon as we sit, our pelvis tilts back. By doing so, we're putting a tremendous amount of pressure onto our hips throughout the rest of our body. What we're focusing in here is getting that pelvis tucked into the neutral state, where literally our torso is being fully supported, fully carried. At the same time, we're also getting rid of the junk and the junk. And all that is just by bringing the pelvis where it's supposed to be. We're putting the pieces where they're supposed to be. So what we're going to do, I want you to go ahead and stand nice and tall right here, right now. You can close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to go and remember what it felt like being in that frog pose. Remember lying on your back, your pelvis scooped in underneath, and you go ahead and allow your body to go ahead and begin shifting, doing whatever it needs to do right now to feel that way. You feel your pelvis scooped in underneath, go back to the floor, your head even lifts up a little bit higher, naturally leaning back onto it. Feel your hips are relaxing and releasing as well. Having that for yourself, it becomes that much easier as you activate just your lower glutes and scooping your pelvis into that neutral position. Go ahead and do that for yourself. Now, as you do so, relax those hip flexors, relax your lower back. The only thing you want activated, the glutes and your core. Wonderful. Pulling yourself up nice and tall, making sure everything's stacked. Go ahead and release, relax. Let's go ahead and do that again for 2. Just the lower glutes, just that core. Scooping things in underneath, stacking everything just the way it's supposed to be. Once again, ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. Gravity is coming straight down through all of our major joints. Go ahead and relax. One last time for 3, nice and tight. Really bring it in underneath. We're waking that business up. We're going to make sure that it stays awake throughout the day, right? And relax. Wonderful. Put the maces, staff, so whatever you happen to have in front of you. Keeping yourself pulled up nice and tall. You're going to go ahead and bring it up back and around behind you. Once it's there, you're going to scoop that pelvis in underneath. Activate your core. Let those shoulders drop down and back. Chin comes on up. Once you got that, go ahead and allow that mace staff to go side to side. Right here, right now, what we're looking to do is to drop those shoulder blades a little bit more. By having the weight, by utilizing gravity, by utilizing motion, we're resetting those shoulder blades deeper and deeper into the back. Everything seems to be in front of us, right? We're always reaching out for something, reaching down for something. It puts our shoulders into a sorry state. We're fixing that. We're resetting them. Let them come to a standstill. Once again, activate your glutes, bring your core on in, pull the mace in towards the back of your head, lift that chin on up, then extend your elbows out to either side. Open up your chest. Keep those glutes activated, core activated. Don't put an arch in your back. If you put an arch in your back, you're going to miss out on the way your shoulders can relax right now. And let them relax. Let them drop. You're freeing all that tension in that lower back. It's not about stretching, about opening up even more. It's about letting things loosen up. Give yourself some space. Let's go ahead and reach back and around behind. Bring that mace on forward. You're going to switch your grip. Top hand goes down to the bottom. Bottom hand goes down to the top. Go ahead and bring that back up and around behind you. Once again, activate your glutes, your core. Chin on up. Let your shoulder blades relax down and back. But you got it. Let it swing. Really be mindful about your core and your glutes. If you let a big old arch come out of your back, you're not helping yourself. But that arch is actually putting more strain. It's actually putting more tension on those back muscles. By activating that core, getting that hump out, it actually allows things to let go. Let that come to a standstill. Reset. Pull it in towards the back of your head. Extend those elbows out to the side. Let that chest open on up. Let those shoulder blades relax down and back. It makes you a little different. And at the same time, once you allow that to happen, it makes perfect sense. And it feels so good. Fantastic. Go ahead and reach down, back and around behind. We're going to bring yourself into squats. Our squats are fun. They're easier. They feel much better. We're going to make sure we keep all of our weight back on our heels. Just like a deadlifter, power lifters, this is how they lift. They go ahead, they use that gluteal activation. So just like we were a moment ago, you activate your glutes, keeping your back straight on up, keeping the weight back onto your heels. You're going to bring yourself down. and activate those glutes to bring you through that range of motion. So make sure, keep them going. Right now, pull yourself up nice and tall, bring your weight back under your heels, activate those glutes, so bring the pelvis in underneath, keeping your chin up as much as you can, allow yourself to come down, keep those glutes activated, release, now reactivate to let them push you back on up, bring back to the side. Let's continue on. As much as possible, keeping back on those heels, keep those glutes activated, keep that chest on up, chin on up, weight to that back line, and notice how things become easier on your knees. On your thighs. I was walking the other day. I walked for about 3 hours, and my thighs were tight. And I'm going, oh man, here we go. And then all I did was put my weight just a little bit back on my heels when I was walking, and it all went away. It all depends on where you choose to load your body, how you choose to move through your day, through your world. I'm just going to stop here. Where we at time-wise? Quick series. Okay, ladies, we're going to kind of go through this one a little bit quick. We only got a few last minutes. So the series, we're going to be stepping out to the right. We're going to scoop on through. You come here, we're going in for 2 squats. So remember, activate for 1, 2. We come back in. We're going to curl, overhead extension, tricep, overhead. Weight comes to ear, tail across, tail down. We set for the left-hand side. All right, have fun with it. Don't worry about it. This is about enjoying, right? Pull yourself on up. Let's begin. Step out to the right. You scoop on through. Step. Activate your glutes. Come out for 1, 2. Set here. We're going to curl. Overhead. Tricep. Overhead. Weight to ear. Tail across. Tail down. Setting to the left. You're going to scoop on through. Step for squats, activate. Keep those glutes activated. Keep them locked in even throughout the rest. So stop, curl, overhead, tricep, overhead, put your ear, to the cross, tail down, step to the right. We're going to do a little bit quicker. Off to the right for 1. Set for glutes for 1, 2. Set, curl, overhead, tricep, overhead. With your ear, tail across, tail down, step to the left, scoop. Set for squats, activate those glutes for 1, 2, set, curl, overhead, tricep, overhead, with your ear, tail across, tail down, and relax. Wonderful. Go ahead and put them off to the side. Make sure they're nice and safe, no mouse traps. You know, I can't get bounced or anything else. Bring yourself back to your mats, coming down into child's pose. Knees nice and wide apart. Yourself just settle on in. Feel all that wonderful extension. Take a nice deep breath in. Just let yourself breathe out. Let yourself notice all the ways you just feel good right now. And be curious about all the ways you're going to feel even better later on. Other thoughts that come to your mind, other different perspectives. Things change when you're willing to give yourself that. Go ahead and wipe your hands up to your right hand side. Let's open up those left ribs. And I want you to bring yourself back to that state of gratefulness. 3 things that you're grateful for. And you really give yourself a moment to enjoy those. Why wouldn't you? Why would you give yourself the whole day to enjoy those things? You said ain't grateful for it. I know. I do the same thing. I do the same. We forget, right? That's why it's good to have time like this time to be able to remind yourself all the ways you can feel good. Go ahead and walk yourself over to your left-hand side. Open up those right wrists. I want you to think about 3 things that are going to make today terrific. Fantastic, amazing. I mean, literally, what are you looking forward to in your day that is... And you can also be curious, what can I do to create that? Or create even more of that? Focus is a tremendous thing. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves back into child's pose. Once again, you can enjoy whatever you like of that. Put yourself on up on all fours, hands directly underneath your shoulders. Let your back rise on up in a cat position. Breathe on in. Breathe all that freedom in.
Daily affirmation time. First things first, though, I want you to ask yourself this question. Is the sun going to rise tomorrow? Literally, ask yourself that question. And with the same certainty that you just acknowledged that yes, the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Oh, we know that. With that same certainty, I want you to finish this sentence, your daily affirmation. I am. Happy, healthy, beautiful, handsome, confident, charismatic. It doesn't matter. Whatever's important to you, this is your life. With the same certainty as you know that the sun is going to rise tomorrow, right? Feel that. Notice when you say that. How do you think that? Other words come out. Literally listen to yourself say the sun is going to rise tomorrow. And in that same tone of voice, say your daily affirmation. That same certainty. That same knowing. Now you may not be as sure about that. At the same time, the more that you say it, the more you think it, the more that you feel it that way, the more certain it absolutely is. Do it as much as you have to. Wash, rinse, repeat, right? Go ahead, bring your weight back onto your knees. Go ahead, let your hands rise on up towards the ceiling, extending, rising even higher. I want you to bring yourself back to that sacred attitude. Grateful for yourself, for taking care of yourself, giving yourself this time for your health, happiness, well-being. As long as well as all those other wonderful people who joined you for this journey. Take a nice deep breath in as you breathe out. Let those hands come floating all the way down to your sides. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We shall be back here on Friday.